Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
So here's my question then. If you said Coach Prime allowed coaches to coach, and Sean Lewis has a history of running the ball way more than he did, why do you think Sean Lewis threw the ball as much? If Coach Prime allowed his coaches to coach, why would Sean Lewis change up his philosophy?
He didn't. He ran read option, and we know on the read option, it's an option. You can either run it or you can pass it. And that's still putting the ball in Tu's hands. And a lot of those read options that he should have handed off, he did not. So Sean Lewis didn't necessarily take the running out of his play calling. He just gave the option. He read a read option. That was the offense that they read. And Shedeur didn't hand the ball off as he should have most of the time. So no, Sean Lewis did have full control over what he wanted to do. But he put the read option in there, and that's where it went with it. Tu didn't hand the ball off.
So you're telling me that Sean Lewis didn't sabotage the program?
Really flawed? You agree with me?
Hold on, real quick. You telling me that Sean Lewis didn't sabotage the program? Number two actually sabotaged the program because he wouldn't hand the ball off on the read because based on what you just told me now, you just said that Tu had the read option, which I still disagree some because there were still some clear runs. They weren't just solely a read option team. There's some gap scheme stuff in there. But however, go based on your logic. Sean Lewis, the narrative was Sean Lewis was sabotaging the team. So based on what you just told me, Sean Lewis didn't sabotage the team. Shedeur Sanders sabotaged the team because he didn't hand the ball off.
I wouldn't necessarily. I never use the word sabotage when it comes to Sean Lewis, but you're the offensive coordinator. You call the plays. If you want to call a running play, call a running play. If you want to call a passing play, call a passing play. If you want to give the quarterback the option, call the read option. So if he wanted those balls to be ran and handed off, call a running play. Why are you calling a read option if you want him to run the ball? Don't give him the choice. I'm not giving you the choice. If I want to run the ball, I'm not giving you the choice to pass it.
So then that means Shedeur is not coachable.
No, it doesn't mean he's not coachable.
No, I'm listening to what you're saying. If the read option is there and the defensive end crashes, what do you do?
Yeah, if defensive end crashes on the read option, you keep the ball. You pull it out.
And if the defensive end plays high, what do? You
hand it off.
So you're telling me he didn't hand it off. So that means that Shedeur is not coachable based on your logic.
A lot of the
because he would not do what was required through read option plays.
No, that read option and option are two different things. They're not the same. On the option, you're reading the defensive end coaching. On some read option plays, you're not even looking at the D end. So that's not the case. You could be looking at the backer. You could be looking at a bunch of different people. If you got this flat route that's going to give you 5 yards here versus handing the ball off and maybe getting 2 or 3, that's the read option is not the option. Those are two different things. You're not only keying the defensive end on a read option.
I agree. You can also key
multiple players. So what I'm saying is it didn't just because the defensive end crashed or did what he did, that don't mean he made the wrong read. He could have been keying the linebacker.
Well, I use that as an example. Correct. I mean, I could have gone through the whole mid line where we look at the 3 technique. I could talk about the middle linebacker. If he steps up, you throw the slant over there. I could go very deep into the coaching.
But I want you to know that I understand that the read option is not solely based on the defensive end.
I understand that, but based on what you told me, you just simply said that he didn't hand the ball off when he should have. So if
I never said he should have.
Yes, you said he never handed the ball off.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold up.
Rewind and come back, selector.
Why would Sean Lewis change up his philosophy?
He didn't. He ran read option. And we know on the read option, it's an option. You can either run it or you can pass it. And that's still putting the ball in Tu's hands. And a lot of those read options that he should have handed off, he did not. And a lot of those read options that he should have handed off, he did not. And a lot of those read options that he should have handed off, he did not.
If he never handed the ball off, then that means what?
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.